What up, boys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video we're gonna answer a question that I get asked almost daily on my live stream on Twitch TV, and that is the best farms, right? But more specifically, the best transmog farms. So I'm gonna divide it into two different videos. This one is gonna be about like the best open world transmog farms that you can do, and then we'll talk a bit about dungeons. So I've made videos on all of these farms like individually, so that's going to be linked down below in the description. So when you hear me talk about a farm and the items you can get from that farm and why you should do it, then you can just click on that video to view that specific farm, so you don't have to watch like 20 minutes of me just going through all the farms again. So open world farms, obviously best done in a 5-man group. So you can do all of these farms like solo, of course you can, but it's going to be like way, not even twice as good, but like way better, more than 1x or 2x or 3x the loot, because when you're in a 5-man, you're literally killing at more than 5 times the mobs. A lot of people are under the impression that, okay, if you're one guy and you kill 10 mobs an hour, if you're 5 people and everybody kill 10 mobs an hour, you're killing 50 mobs. It doesn't work like that, because the more people you are, the more mobs you kill, and the faster the mobs will respawn. So in most of the farms, you're killing way more than 5 times the amount of mobs. So it is extremely much better. And in some of the cases, instead of doing the 5-man open world farm solo, it's better to do it in a dungeon, because the density is better and it is really tricky to hyper spawn it by yourself. So the first farm that we're going to talk about in the top 5 open world transmog farm is the Salitas. Like, a lot of you guys know what the Salitas farm is, and the reason why it's so good is obviously because of the loot table, right? It drops like most of the vanilla high-end transmog items. We're talking about items like Blade of Hannah. It has a market value of 159,000 gold, and then you have the Tibu, like the old school Tibu, market value of 326,000 gold. But it also drops Skull Flame Shield, which you can get many other places too, market value of roughly 100,000 gold. It drops Glorious, like the Glorious Leg Plates, for instance, 50,000 gold, market value of 125,000 gold. It drops Jade, Vanguard, Bloodlust, some decent blue items like the Orb of Deception as well. And all of these items are relatively fast selling, considering that they're transmog items. So Salitas, top 1 farm, it's extremely good, and there's people who do only Salitas, and it works fine to some extent because the demand for these items is good enough. So that is the number 1 farm. And the second one is a farm that I featured recently, which is the Isle of Thunder farm. So that one gives you, if you use the raw gold tactic, gives you like 15,000 gold raw, and then another like 7,000 gold in Spirit of Harmony. So you're guaranteed to make 20,000 gold regardless of any transmog that you get. But the transmog items from that place is really, really underestimated. It is like the blood splatter, is that what it's called? Blood splats. I can't remember what it's called, and there's a million different pieces on the Isle of Thunder that's extremely good, and also the polearm and the bow. It's similar to a lot of the other farms that we're going to mention on this list, where the market value that you're left with after doing it for 1 hour in a 5-man group is insanely high. Like sometimes it's 700,000 gold according to your loot appraiser after doing it for 1 hour, and you're not going to make 700,000 gold. Like, a lot of it is fake value. It's overvalued. So that's where people get it wrong. Did you see a lot of value, like 500,000 gold after an hour? And they're like, shit, this is fake value. It's not going to sell. It's true that it won't sell for that value, but it's still going to sell. And even if you just sell it for like 40%, 20% of the market value, you're going to make a lot of gold. So Isle of Thunder, extremely steady farm, and the transmog, it sells pretty damn well, so definitely go and do Isle of Thunder. The next farm on the list is the Soulstone Cave. A lot of you guys have probably done Soulstone Cave too. It is, like, through the times, one of the most popular 5-man farms besides from Salitas. And it takes place in 1,000 Needles, right here, inside a cave down here. And the items that you want to get in the Soulstone Cave is obviously the Soulstone pieces, which is why it has the name Soulstone Cave. And like Soulstone pieces, they tend to sell fast. You have the leg plates going for the market value is 70,000 gold, which is pretty accurate in my realm too. And there's like no chests on the auction house actually, but the chest is wait, never mind, there's one 10k right now up for 9.8, 16k market value. But these items are really good, and they also drop Steadfast. And Steadfast, once again, decent items. They tend to sell relatively high. So the Soulstone Cave is one of the best farms in terms of filling up the auction house, because it drops a bunch of green items that's good enough to throw up on the auction house. It sells relatively fast, and it can drop some world drop items like the what's it called, like the Dazzling Longsword, like yeah, this one, which is decent, and they can drop a bunch of these different world drop items that sells pretty well. So Soulstone Cave definitely makes my list of top 5 open world farms. The next one is a funny one. It's called the Windshear of Mine. I made a video on this one as well, obviously. I made videos about all of these. Windshear of Mine takes place in Stone Talon Mountains. It's this mine thingy right here. And if you guys play Horde, you can't do the cave because the mobs are going to be neutral to you. But there's a farm that's almost as good, and it's down here around a lake. I've made a video about that one too. They drop exactly the same items, and the items is like the Monday cleanout that I had, where I sold 2 robes for over 30,000 gold. The Sanjuan, and the Sanjuan robe is just one of many items. You have the Sanjuan armor right here, going for over 30,000 gold. And there's actually no robes on the auction house, so I sold the last 2 robes on the auction house. But it's I think I averaged like 400,000 gold in market value after doing the Windshear of Mine, and it's similar to the Soulstone Cave. It's absolutely insane when it comes to filling up the auction house with items. But once again, don't get fooled by the fake value that your looter pricer is going to tell you, because you won't make 400,000 gold in an hour. But the items are still going to be definitely worth to throw up in the auction house. So if you're just getting into Transmog, or if you have less than 1,000 auctions on the auction house, the Windshear of Mine or the Lake with the Ghosts is extremely good at filling up the auction house, and should definitely, once again, be done. So the next farm on the list, which is the last farm that we want to talk about, is the Dark Shore Murlocs. And the Dark Shore Murlocs is, the loot table is just extremely good. If you're tired of not selling Transmog, it's the farm that you should go out and do. It has pretty much the same loot table as the dungeon Wailing Caverns. I hate running Wailing Caverns. The loot is really good, but I just don't like the dungeon, so I prefer to do the Dark Shore Murlocs. And we've also previously done the Frey Island over on this island right here. Also has the same loot table, but the Dark Shore Murlocs gets you more kills than the Frey Island. So it takes place obviously in Dark Shore, around this lake right here. There's like a bunch of Murlocs around the lake and inside this small lake. And they drop insanely good items. They drop the ceremonial. So ceremonial items, these, look at the sell rate. 24k market value, 0.03. Extremely good. This one, 24k market value. I mean, this one, 5k market value. Actually goes for 11k in my realm, 0.03. Once again, and it just keeps on going like that. And then you also have the aboriginal, like aboriginal as well. Look at the sell rate, 0.03. Like, these items are really, really good. And then you have the Grizzly set. This one, look at the market value. Twice the market value in my realm, doesn't happen often. 0.03. Like, these items are insane. You also have barbaric items dropping from this place. Look at the sell rate. Actually, twice the market value in my realm for these as well. and 0.03. So it's one of the some of the fastest selling transmog items that I sell, at least. Like, I find it difficult to keep these up on the auction house. I can never have enough because they sell extremely fast. So Darkshore Murlocs, insane farm. Like, you won't have to bother with not selling jack shit because these items, they sell extremely fast, as I've said like 17 times now. And if you struggle to find a 5-man for the Darkshore Murlocs or Frey Island, you can of course do Wailing Caverns solo and also get the items. Some people actually enjoy running Wailing Caverns. A lot of people actually, I just don't. And that was it for like my 5 top like open world transmog farms. If you guys got any questions whatsoever or something that you want to add, if you have a farm that you prefer over one of these, let me know in the comments section. And if you want to watch the top 5 solo transmog farms, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. That video should come up relatively soon. But until then, thanks for watching. See you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye bye.